He's tried one! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Now it's Havertz. Martinelli! Martinelli! Goal! Arsenal!
Arsenal clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
Arsenal make the perfect start. They are already ahead. Now it's Havertz. Rice. And the finish! Corner number 3 coming up. And he's there to clear it. He's gone for goal! Oh, superb reflexes from the keeper. Arsenal get their 4th corner. Cleared away. That's a throw. And if you have just joined us, still just 1 goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Vestergaard. Now fast. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Winks. That's headed upfield. He's beaten the offside trap. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Now that's well seen too. Shifted it to the flank. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Now it's Havertz. Now it's Trossard. He's going for goal! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Ndidi. And that has been cleared. Ndidi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And he's intervened well there. And that has left him in a heap. Odegaard. Havertz driving forward. Chance! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Final ball not quite right, and his teammates are irritated at that. Oh, it's come loose! Havertz! Havertz! He's got a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, his appreciation of space then was absolutely exceptional. A moving genius. Position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Arsenal in control at half-time, 2-0. Already up and running for the second half. No changes at the interval from either side. Now it's Martinelli. Odegaard. Now it's Trossard. Havertz. Has a look and has a go. It's off target and by quite a way.
Arsenal were again presented with an opportunity to break and look very, very threatening.
That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Navididi bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Pass somewhat off target. Forward it goes. Gets into some space. Now can he find a finish? Great challenge, time to perfection. Well, the defence proved infallible then. Ah, it's been intercepted. Oh, what a stop. Had to be at his very best. He's looking to set free a runner. Ricardo Pereira. Fatawu. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Ricardo Pereira, and here's Vardy. Rice being hunted in packs.
Well, he's the quarterback equivalent, so I'm not surprised that he's being closed down first.
The attendance for this
Trossard.
match was 60,810.
Odegaard. Great hit! They are rampant! And the lead is extended still further. That really was a thing of beauty, curled in effortlessly.
You know what was notable in that, Peter, was the fact that he didn't try to blast it. He chose placement instead and delivered a peach.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Substitution in progress.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Havertz! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Vestergaard. Ndidi. Trossard. Oh, nicely intercepted. Ricardo Pereira. Havertz. Now it's Trossard. Shot at goal! And in again! Oh, extraordinary.
Arsenal certainly look a very capable counter-attacking team. They're direct, they're quick, and to be honest, they're full of belief that it'll pay off.
Ndidi. Havertz. Martinelli. Trossard! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Trossard most definitely hit it with a lot of venom and little control. It carried
Substitutions
hardly
taking
any
place.
danger.
It'll be a throw-in. Odegaard. Havertz! And he should have made it 4. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, that's well spotted. Ricardo Pereira. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Akun. Akun. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Partey. Well read, nice interception. Winks. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. They're up to 5 corners now. Tries a header! And that is a truly outstanding save. Arsenal are almost home and dry now. Gabriel does really well to win the ball there. Winks. Justin. Engages and forces him off the ball. Now it's Havertz. And he has been fouled there. Defence has got rid of that. Well read, and the danger is averted. Real chance! Great football, shot and save. Mavididi. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Added time.
Chance here to counter.
Oh, great feat, that.
And he's managed to get free.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
Winks. Akun. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. Havertz picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Arsenal...
Well, a very warm welcome to you on this most pleasantly clear evening. Conditions absolutely beautiful. Perfect for the beautiful game. Temperatures are kind as well. No doubt playing a hand in high attendance levels as well as an elevated level of anticipation here. Surely this is the hot ticket going around in this neck of the woods. It surely must be. Well, there is here a great sense of expectation. As to universal contentment, the Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. And as you can see, we've already started here. Odegaard. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
I'd be hard-pressed, Peter, to find a defensive midfielder better than Wilfred Ndidi. His defensive numbers have been amongst the best in Europe's top leagues, and I just love his attitude, his determination, his dedication, and his decision-making. He knows exactly what to do and when. A real unsung hero.
Well, quite no argument from me on that one. That's been cut out, well played. Ndidi. Ricardo Pereira. Good read, needed to be. Partey. Trossard. Well, he's trying to skip past his man. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase.
Has a go! Fair effort, he reacted well.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied.
Trossard. He's gone for goal! And he's there to belt it away.
That's great defending to cover for the goalkeeper and just get something in the way.
Havertz. Steaming on. There's the hit! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Arsenal really are in the ascendancy here, and they know they have to register while that's the case.
It's loose, and there's another time! And he has kept it out somehow!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Great leap! He will be livid with himself. Vestergaard. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Yeah, they've got a good grip on this game now to turn it into a stranglehold.
Trossard! Oh, that was no routine save.
Trossard actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Arsenal have their third corner. Defending of the desperate variety. Havertz. Now it's Trossard. Decent hit! He steps in, and that's the end of that. Now it's Trossard. Big chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Clears it out of harm's way. Rice has it in a wide position. He's gone direct here. Now it's Ndidi. Now it's Trossard. Havertz! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Played out to the left flank. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And here's Vardy. Saliba and Tomiyasu. Rice shifted it to the flank. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. And for a moment you felt that was Martinelli! Just off target.
Martinelli really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Gently done. Shifted upfield, bops him off it and wins back the ball. Ndidi. Trossard. Odegaard! And for a moment, time stood still. And the shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And the whistle goes for half-time. But it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. And we are up to the break.
Arsenal ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. And we're already back underway here.
Arsenal can feel really happy with themselves. The scoreline doesn't back it up, but they've played with urgency and purpose and can't afford to lose patience in this second half. They've got to persevere. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had
Good options around him, and he failed to get his head up.
Flings in across. Winks. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. There's the shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
So their fourth corner of the game. Gets his head to it! No, not the best of headers. Pass. Now he's off and running. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Now it's Havertz. Now the finish!
The attendance for this match was
And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, he did get himself into a good position, something for him to cling to.
And he's gone looking for safety. And it's Vardy. And here's Vardy. Well, in probably an entirely one-sided game, still up for grabs. Nothing to show for all the pressure. Now, who's going to be first to this? Mavididi engages and forces him off the ball. Havertz does really well to win the ball there. Odegaard. Rice. Distributed tidily. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Oh, he's Martinelli! And he nearly went all the way.
What a chance, a huge chance. He couldn't have set it up any better.
Substitution in progress.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Fires from distance. Dewsbury Hall. Now it's Vardy. Odegaard. Martinelli. And Gabriel. He'll try from distance. And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. That'll be a throw. But there's going to be another change here.
Well, for me,
Substitutions
this
taking
was the
place.
obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Partey. Rice. Tomiyasu. That's Partey. Martinelli. Martinelli! Oh, taken with style.
All goals are welcome, but when they come at a time like that, they're priceless. Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
After 82 minutes is number 11, Gabriel Martinelli.
Arsenal take the lead.
Oh, this is fully deserved for me because they've shown great heart and spirit. It's there to win from here, or dare I say, throw it away now.
1-0 as we head towards the end. More and more pressure on the ball here. Well, played right into his... Tries a shot! Goal! They have stolen level at the last!
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Goal! After 86 minutes is number 10.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Partey. Havertz.
There will be 3 minutes. added
Martinelli.
time.
We are into overtime. Looks like he's been given offside again here. Yes, he has. Over to the left, back into the middle. And he's had a hit! Close, but time for no more. The whistle has gone. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Martinelli taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match. Well, good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. As you can see, there's been a terrific atmosphere here. There is great expectation, excitement, and it has built nicely in these idyllic conditions. Conditions which are certainly playing their part in creating a glorious ambience. It's quite a struggle to get in here. Point has a shot! An early chance, their first of the game.
Well, it was hit with great power, Peter, but sadly not great precision.
White is fouled. And that's put paid to a promising move. Vestergaard. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
I'd be hard-pressed, Peter, to find a defensive midfielder better than Wilfred Ndidi. His defensive numbers have been amongst the best in Europe's top leagues, and I just love his attitude, his determination.
Trossard! And that is wildly off target.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Voss. Mavididi. Ndidi gets his pass away. Mavididi. Oh, he's played it in low. And they're back on the ball again. Trossard. Well, it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Trossard. Can he finish? Ricardo Pereira. Trossard. Ball swung in. That is a brilliant interception. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Arsenal have definitely started much the stronger. They're far more creative.
Ødegaard for Rice. Now it's Havertz. Now it's Ødegaard. Distributed tidily. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Nicely spread. Partey. Havertz. Now it's great chance! It's loose now, and a second time! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Ricardo Pereira. Winks. Vardy looks to get on the end of this. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Great ball, and he hits one! Ndidi. Mavididi. Havertz. Decent hit! And for a moment, time stood still.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Trossard. Trossard! Goal! Arsenal! That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
You know, I'm not going to be hard on the goalkeeper because that moved all over the place on its journey.
Arsenal take the lead, 1-0.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Well, the further he went, the more attention he attracted. There was just way too much pressure for him to get the shot away. Arsenal really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Not the most accurate pass. Rice. Now it's Vardy. Well, that's well seen too. Now it's Trossard. Raya. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. And he's in on goal. Can he put it away? And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Ricardo Pereira.
There will be
Trossard.
1 minute added time.
He's had it taken off him. Ricardo Pereira. Trossard. And we hit half-time. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Arsenal deserve to be ahead and probably should be in front by more, considering the amount of chances they've managed. Everything points to more of the same second half and a good solid win.
Arsenal head into the dressing room pleased with the thought that they have that all-important lead. Analysis to come during the break. And we're already back underway here. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Trossard.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
He is through here. Havertz. Played out towards the right wing. Havertz. Now it's Trossard. Belts one. Mavididi. Takes on his marker. Partey. Now it's Martinelli. Trossard being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, learning from your mistakes and not repeating them is never completely guaranteed, but that rear guard is more focused.
Has a look and has a go. Mavididi. That'll be a throw-in.
The attendance for this
Your
match was
impressions so far, Jim?
62,005.
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Tries to get it clear. Navididi. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Oh, great run, magical! And the cutback. Oh, that was vital. And he's there to get it away. Leicester can now introduce the first of their
Substitution in progress.
substitutes.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
He's got the shot away! It's in! They have done it! They have their equaliser! What a delicious finish. That is immaculate. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Oh, look, Peter, there's a great ebb and flow to this clash, and it's above all expectations for me.
Oh, the Trossard! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Well, there's the clearance. Odegaard. Saliba. Fatau. So what can they make of this? Rice does really well there. He is strong. Havertz. Odegaard. Oh, good taken. He's had a hit!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Half an hour gone in the second half. Leicester making consecutive changes here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Pinches it off him. And once more, he proves rigid and robust.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Played out towards the right wing. Now it's Rodri. Johnson. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, he's found him in chance! He's got away with one there. Romero. Van de Ven. Now Romero. Sarr. In with the challenge. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Can he put it away? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
And it's De Bruyne. And De Bruyne! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
De Bruyne is fully aware.
In sight. And we're not going to make any further progress now. Van de Ven. The ball is bounced loose now. And he's had a hit! And that would have won it. Sarr. And now they can clear their lines. Belts one! Foden. Romero kept his eye on it, and he's there. Sarr. Johnson. Now Pedro Porro. Romero. And he's managed to get rid. Stood up well to him there. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. And the counter is on. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Haaland taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Hope you enjoyed being on top, Lena. Your race rigging business ends tonight.
This is it. Welcome to the big time. Hope you like your new ride. Your code name is Sidewinder. Stay on this channel and do what the boss tells you, and she'll make it worth your while.
Sidewinder. Got it.
House Racers, the fix is in. Tonight's winner will be King Snake. Let him lead after the halfway point.
Feels good to be back. Time to crush Navarro. Wonder which one of you's King Snake. Oh well, guess I'll have to beat all of you.
Hey, you thought I wasn't watching you? I know what you're doing, and it is not our deal. I say when the cards come down, remember?
I got tired of waiting. I'm taking care of business. I'm getting crushed.
Kingsnake, halfway point's coming up. Show us what you've got and take the lead.
Come on, Tyler. Can't let King Snake win this.
You know what? Fine. Take this win and enjoy it. But get the hell out after. You're my ace in the hole.
That's the plan.
That's it. Nice and steady, everyone.
Not feeling it today. What do you want, Weir?
Okay, you are just embarrassing me, Tyler. What was that?
Feels good to be back. Time to crush Navarro. I'll call a tow for you. So much for that lap.
Kingsnake, halfway point's coming up. Show us what you've got and take the lead.
Come on, Tyler. Can't let King Snake win this.
Sidewinder, you don't get paid unless you finish the race.
pass you all in one lap? Piece of cake. Not feeling it today. Feels good to be back. Time to crush Navarro. Good pass. This isn't what I had in mind. One more lap, I can still win this. Not winning this way. Feels good to be back. Time to crush Navarro. You're making it too easy. not do that again. Feels good to be back. Time to crush Navarro. Chance now.
Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football to which we look forward immensely. It's hardly a surprise that everybody has come here in their droves, this being a fixture that has received so much coverage in the days leading up to it. And it's good to see that we have a good contingent of visiting fans by the look of it too. The atmosphere is amicable, the conditions do bring out the best in everyone, and I think we're all looking forward to a feel-good game. This place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, certainly doesn't feel like a friendly. We all know about the quality we have on show here, so I hope the crowd demand as much as they can get, and I hope the players will oblige on that.
And already we're underway here. Havertz finds himself offside. Burn. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
This lad, Ødegaard, is a player with quite a story. He was plucked at a young age from his native Norway, of course. He's done his tours of duty with a view to aid his development, and now he's gone full circle, posting some impressive figures along the way. He's a wonder kid who's really come good.
Well, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. And he's managed to get free. White just loves to go forward whenever he can. Great hit! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
Ødegaard. Newcastle so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. And Gabriel. And the defence can get it clear. Isak. He won't be happy with that one. Murphy. Isak. And the shot! There it is! That really was a thing of beauty, curled in effortlessly.
Oh, that's a measured delight. The curl he applied was immaculate.
Newcastle take the lead.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
And he's picked it up out wide. Shot a goal! They've managed to get it away. Havertz. No, that's been intercepted. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Murphy. Murphy! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Isak. Now it's Joe Linton. He's gone for goal! And that is wildly off target.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
No way through, so back it comes. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. White. Now, what about a counter-attack? Isak. He's having a go! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Gets his pass away.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He's found a way through. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Barnes. Isak.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Barnes. Spread it left. Now the finish! And that is doing no harm at all.
Paul put absolutely everything he had into that. Maybe better look next time.
And back to the goalkeeper. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout.
Everyone, please welcome the
Well, you obviously have to give credit to the front men for the half-time lead, but I think the midfield can really pat themselves on the back too. They worked tirelessly for me.
Newcastle leading 1-0 at the break. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Newcastle carrying a one-goal lead. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Newcastle can counter promptly here. Odegaard. Trossard!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Climbs up big! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Bruno Guimaraes. They've played it short. And he can clear it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now that looks a decent ball. Now it's Martinelli. Terrific header! Just off target.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Isak works it forward. Shad spots it and intercepts. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Longstaff. It's a really well-measured ball. And the counter is on. Isak. He's tried one! Chance again? No.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
Tomiyasu. Partey. For Rice. Now it's Barnes. That's good play. Arsenal are looking to break at pace. Odegaard. Now it's Martinelli. Now it's Barnes. Murphy.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Isak. And he's taking no chances there. Martinelli. Murphy. Trossard. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Havertz. Newcastle still ahead by the game's only goal. Isak engages and forces him off the ball. Martinelli. Now it's Barnes. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it.
Substitution.
He's not got that quite right.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Bruno Guimaraes. I think we're just about done here.
3 minutes added time.
Now it's Longstaff. Isak. Tomiyasu. Knocks it out wide. Corner number 2 then. Oh, the ball's run loose here, and the follow-up. And with that, the final whistle. Newcastle have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Isak picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, that was a hard-fought win with a defensive...
Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football to which we look forward immensely. It's hardly a surprise that everybody has come here in their droves, this being a fixture that has received so much coverage in the days leading up to it. And it's good to see that we have a good contingent of visiting fans by the look of it. Isak! Just off target.
I don't need to tell you he got underneath it, and there's only one place it can go.
Well, there's the clearance. Pinches it off him. Barnes.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Share. Longstaff. Barnes. Shot a goal! Joelinton. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Ball's out. It'll be a throw-in again. Bruno Guimaraes. Newcastle are applying all the early pressure.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell.
Gabriel. Now who's going to be first to this? He's got a side of goal! And he's lifted it over.
Longstaff most definitely hit it with a lot of venom and little control. It carried hardly any danger.
Newcastle are seeing more of the ball, but still aren't carrying much goal threat. Now it's Odegaard. He's found a way through. Havertz! A wonderful effort, all by himself.
You can only admire his attitude with the determination he found to get close.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Trossard. Odegaard! He's got away with one there.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy.
Havertz! Goal! Arsenal! Terrible error, duly punished. Arsenal take the lead, 1-0.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Trossard. Linton.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Linton. Linton cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
And there is the half-time whistle. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0.
And a quick reminder today that
Not the most convincing of displays. They could certainly do much better than this. They'll want to keep things simple, build up their confidence, and not rush into mistakes.
Everyone, please welcome our players.
And the second half gets underway. Newcastle didn't have a great first half. They need a change of fortune. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that wasn't. Has a shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Tomiyasu moved on forwards. Linton, Isak, Longstaff. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Trossard. Oh, this is a terrific run. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. It's headed upfield. Barnes.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
He has found the way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Longstaff. Joelinton.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Now it's Joelinton. Can he finish? Now, in he goes again. It's a goal. They have done it. They have their equaliser. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
And the shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Tomiyasu. Trossard. Havertz. Havertz! And that's straight down the keeper's throat.
That's just literally playing into his hands.
And he was quick to react.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Opts for safety. Gently done. Rice. Just eases him off the ball. Isak. Cher.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and
Joelinton! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Longstaff. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. White. Chance here to counter. Stood up well to him there. Rice. Martinelli. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Looking for the runner. Shot could be on. He's had a hit! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Joelinton gets it away. Played out to the right. Martinelli. He's shifting through the gears here.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
And he's had it nicked away. Bruno Guimaraes. Here's Longstaff. Murphy. Barnes! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what... Well, good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. As you can see, there's been a terrific atmosphere here. There is great expectation, excitement, and it has built nicely in these idyllic conditions. Conditions which are certainly playing their part in creating a glorious ambience. It's quite a struggle to get in here, points of access hard to come by, and an awful lot of people gathering to get through the gates, but regardless of that, there's a great feel here and much excitement for the game ahead. This place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have...
Now the finish! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. That's good defending, very good defending. Barnes. And he's in on goal. Isak! Played up towards the front line. Trossard, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. But it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
I know it's still early, but they're showing the better signs. No caution from them.
Longstaff. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, it could well turn out...
Shot a goal! White. So it is still 0-0. Ødegaard. Martinelli. It's a throw-in. Ødegaard. Now it's Havertz. Engages and forces him off the ball.
Havertz really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Luzison hits! He's done very well to get to that.
Havertz clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Ødegaard plays it short. Gets into some space. Big header! Good delivery, but no joy.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases your chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
Longstaff. Murphy. It's Barnes. Now it's Joe Linton. And he'll shoot here! Keeper is right behind it.
It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
It'll be a throw-in. Martinelli. Now Ødegaard. Isak. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Now it's Barnes. Martinelli. Oh, he's in! And he's onside. Bruno Guimaraes, Shaw Linton, here's Longstaff. Barnes. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to save from up here, I know. Gets his pass away. Can he latch on to this? He's picked his way through. And the keeper's in command. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Partey. And Gabriel. Hall. It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. And he cuts out the supply. Shaw Linton. Hall. Aim forwards. Now it's Barnes. Murphy! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. That is good alertness.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will...
Great hit! Oh, another save.
Oh, that's a stunning save. I mean, his reflexes were incredible then. That's as good a save as you'll see.
They've played it short. Joelinton. That is a brilliant interception.
Added time.
Danger averted for now. Havertz receives it in a good position here. Barnes. Isak. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And there's the end of the first half. Well, perhaps not full of thrills and spills, but a game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively, as both teams walk off unscathed. A tight affair, 0-0 at the break. So there was the first half.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. 0-0 then, and we're back underway. Isak. Can he finish? Oh, the ball's run loose here. White. For Martinelli. Bruno Guimaraes. Longstaff. Spread out to the left. And here's the chance to counter. He is through here. Oh, strongly challenged there. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And back to the keeper they go. Oh, we're still waiting for a goal to report here. Oh, no question, that's a foul.
The attendance for this
Gabriel,
match was 29,830.
well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Isak.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Now it's Longstaff. Oh, that's a key interception. Partey. Barnes. Jacob Murphy. Can he finish? It's there!
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Newcastle take the lead, 1-0.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Rice. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. Let's grab a second goal and give ourselves an element of comfort.
Arsenal couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Joelinton. Isak. And the shot! And yes, it's there! And with that goal comes comfort.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Hall. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off. And they finally...
He's had a hit! He scores!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Saka getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm of their opponents.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
I think they've done so well to get back in it, but it's important now that they don't become over-eager in chasing another. They only need one more chance. Patience is key.
Byrne was in no mood for any of that. Longstaff. That's headed upfield. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Out for a throw. Couple of changes then in quick succession.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Oh, no joy this time.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Longstaff. Isak. No, that's been intercepted. Ødegaard. Barnes. Shapes to shoot. Hits off target and by quite a way. And that is that. Newcastle proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone the other. Well, a very good evening to you wherever you are. I do hope that you can join me in appreciating this truly beautiful evening, a night that is absolutely ideal for a game of football. The scenes here really are something, a beautiful picture under the floodlights. Traffic and transport round here, not the kindest, but regardless of that, the fans have found a way of getting here. There is... And the shot! No, not quite.
Yeah, on another occasion, all that went wrong may come right.
Tomiyasu. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, I like the look of this boy, Tomiyasu. You get just about the full package with him, the technical ability, versatility. He's got that tactical discipline in his game. And he's undoubtedly had all that drummed into him from an early age. He's been on my radar since he's impressed me with his ability to play both centrally and in a wider position.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. Rice. Bruno Guimaraes.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That's been cut out, well played. Isak. Now it's Barnes. Barnes! That's got him rattled. And we have our very first corner. Arsenal can counter promptly here. Trossard. So we're still where we started right now. That has been cut short. Isak. That's a fabulous chance! Rice. For Martinelli. Barnes. Has a shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Rice. Trossard. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Played out towards the right wing. Murphy. Picked out brilliant. Real chance! Good strike, quite an alarm. Newcastle have their second corner now. And now they can spring out of defence. That's been intercepted. Longstaff. Isak driving forwards. Joelinton. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, you could see he was eager to get a shot away, but there was too much flesh and bone in his path.
He's had it taken off him for movement. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, he's burst through. It's a great ball. Barnes. And they can counter here. Now it's Barnes. Hall. Murphy. There they go, hunting in packs. And that is going out for a goal kick. There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Now then, the ball's come loose. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Havertz receives it in a good position here. Trossard. Jacob Murphy. Isak. Newcastle do have a chance to counter here. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Isak spread it left.
There will be 1 minute added time.
This possibly the last play of the half. And he's taking no chances there. And the volley, in for the follow-up. In he goes again. Good effort, and it is right on half-time. Well, perhaps not full of thrills and spills, but a game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively, as both teams walk off unscathed. A tight affair, 0-0 at the break. And we are up to the break.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained, so I'm looking forward to what's to come.
Interesting half, just missing goal. Hits one! That has been knocked clear. And now the breakaway. White. Odegaard. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Murphy. Tomiyasu. Trossard. Murphy. Partey. Now it's Barnes. Longstaff. He's having a go! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Jacob Murphy actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Gabriel. Still absolutely nothing to report here goals-wise. Barnes. Isaac! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Now, what about a counter-attack? He's shifting through the gears here. Martinelli. Oh, that's fabulous.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Linton.
The attendance for this match
It is
was
still anyone's game, 0-0.
29,514.
Linton distributed tidily. Tomiyasu. And Gabriel.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Martinelli. Out for a throw. And he's had it nicked away. Barnes.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Murphy. Oh, what a ball he's in here! It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Pinches it off him. Now it's Havertz. Barnes. Isaac. Isaac! And again the keeper stands strong.
Isaac clearly thought he'd done enough. The save was like a bolt from the blue.
Oh dear, less said about that pass the better. Now it's Martinelli. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And the shot! And the follow-up! They've done it!
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Isaac!
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
He has found the way through. Looking for the runner. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Arsenal choosing to make the first change.
Substitutions taking
Well, for
place.
me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's how...
He's got the shot away! And he hits the net! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less. Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited.
Now the finish! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Well, the counter could be on here.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Now it's Barnes.
2 added minutes has
Kraft.
been indicated.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Shot a goal! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
This is proving to be a...
So that's it. It is all over. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find them. Well, a very warm welcome to you on this most pleasantly clear evening. Conditions absolutely beautiful. Perfect for the beautiful game. Temperatures are kind as well. No doubt playing a hand in high attendance levels as well as an elevated level of anticipation here. Surely this is the hot ticket going around in this neck of the woods. It surely must be. This place is living up to its reputation. Real chance! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. White.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
It's out for a goal kick. Jim, who do you... Any deeper thoughts about that goal?
Well, I thought once he got the first part of it right by getting his knee over the ball, it was always likely to be drilled very low, and so it proved.
Arsenal trail at this early stage. How will they respond? Tomiyasu. That's a good ball played into space. Newcastle have hit the front early, a foothold in the game.
Well, this opening spell has been one big plus. They should look to add to it, not subtract.
Great defending, strong and determined. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's found a way through. Foot in. No foul, says the referee. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Plays it through. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's been taken straight back. Newcastle do have a chance to counter here. Murphy. Barnes looking to add to his goal. Newcastle leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Joelinton. He's having a go. He's done very well to get to that.
Joelinton actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Newcastle with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. Tries to get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Rice. Shad gets a foot in here. Longstaff for Joelinton. Forwards and with intent. He's picked his way through. Hall.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Very nearly half an hour gone here. Now it's Trossard. Now it's Martinelli. They've played it short. Now it's Martinelli. He's got tall. He's got away. Odegaard! He's got a goal! Odegaard at his razor-sharp best there.
Oh, Peter, you can't teach that. You either have it or you don't. His anticipation is on another level to everyone else's. Superb.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Oh, look, Peter, I was on the fence before, but...
And the shot! Trossard. Murphy. Now then, the ball's come loose. Longstaff. Partey. Havertz. Trossard. Barnes. No way through, so... He's had a hit! That's a half-decent try.
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
No way through. Rice. He's played him through. He has found a way through. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Massive leap! Now it's Martinelli. In for the follow-up! And that is doing no harm at all.
All he'll be thinking is, please, ground, swallow me up.
And they've got a throw. Rice. Trossard. Oh, he refuses to take the bait. Barnes. Now, what about a counter-attack?
2 added minutes
Barnes.
has been indicated.
Linton. And the shot's on here. Great hit! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
And it's played forward. And there's the end of the first half. Newcastle head back in at the break after a first half that has been, from a scoreline point of view in any case, an even one. Both sides have contributed in equal measure, neither looking overly under pressure from the other. And at the break, glass half full, half empty. It's 1-1. Newcastle head into the dressing room after a half in which we've seen 2 goals, 1 each, and the game right on edge. And the action has already resumed here. No reported change to either side during the break. Isak. Murphy. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Now it's Barnes. Nice ball, and he's in here. Isak! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Shapes to shoot. And that is wildly off target.
Well, Peter, he clearly felt he was being invited to shoot, and it wasn't the worst decision he could have made.
Isak. Great chance! It's in! And they've got their lead back.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Newcastle take the lead. Havertz. That's a good ball out wide. Odegaard. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Rice. And that has sent him sprawling. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Barnes. No, that's been intercepted. Isak. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Rice. Havertz. Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. Martinelli. Caught offside that time. Share. He's Havertz! Oh my word, that is quite something! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
A momentary lapse exploited with glee. So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, they just couldn't have responded.
There's the hit! And that would have been some goal.
Havertz really has just learned a lesson there. Your focus cannot lapse, even slightly.
Longstaff. Byrne. Bruno Guimaraes. Here's Longstaff. Hall. Isak. Murphy. And the shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
If he sacrifices some power, he may control the elevation.
That has ended up in no... Now the finish! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Joelinton. Ødegaard. Nicely weighted ball. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Joelinton. Isak. It's Murphy. He's gone forward. Hall.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover. Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
He is desperate to get on the score sheet. Not this time.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
Arsenal can start a counter here. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Newcastle needed that, they really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Barnes. And the shot! They want to be quick to recover this.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Could be danger here. In with the challenge.
Substitution.
Arsenal making another change here. Gabriel Jesus coming on here as broadly expected.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Joelinton. Now that's well seen too. Tomiyasu. Havertz. He's looking wide. Oh, that's fabulous. Jacob Murphy. Barnes. Partey cuts it out.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Gabriel Jesus. And that's that. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner, of course, but... Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football to which we look forward immensely. It's hardly a surprise that everybody has come here in their droves, this being a fixture that has received so much coverage in the days leading up to it. And it's good to see that we have a good contingent of visiting fans by the look of it too. The atmosphere is amicable, the conditions do bring out the best in everyone, and I think we're all looking forward to a feel-good game. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we
Shot a goal! He scored! First blood drawn.
perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Well, that has certainly made things interesting. Gabriel, that's Partey. Trossard. Rice, can he get it through? Trossard, gently done. Murphy. Right, looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. Newcastle have hit the front early, a foothold in the game.
Well, this is all down to a big team commitment to exercise a measure of control, and it's working.
Isaac. White spots it and intercepts. Gabriel. Quarter of an hour played. Newcastle leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Martinelli to Havertz. Out to the right. White. And he's managed to get free. He's got the shot away! Oh, it just wouldn't sit for him.
Trossard really had a decent crack at that. It was a full-blooded effort.
Tomiyasu. Now it's Trossard. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Longstaff. Bruno Guimaraes. For Joelinton. Barnes. Isaac. Barnes. Isaac. And here's a chance. Oh, the ball. And he'll shoot here. Oh, he's hit the bar. Keeper's not concerned by that.
Well, it was hit with great power, Peter, but sadly, not great precision.
Tomiyasu. And Gabriel. Saliba. Well seen, saw that coming. Trossard. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Trossard. Isaac. Longstaff! And that should get the job done. Saliba. For Martinelli.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Oh, he's in! And the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Can he finish? Isaac! Played up towards the front line.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Joelinton. Barnes.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Succumbs to the pressure. Rice. Now it's Trossard. Interesting ball. Oh, that's a key interception. That is ended up in no man's land. Joelinton. Now it's Barnes. There's the shot! Odegaard. Partey. Distributed tidily.